Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. Thank you so much for joining us again for another video. Today, I know we're a little bit late, but today Jen and I are going to head to the theater and watch A Quiet Place 2 and just give our general review and thoughts on the movie. We're hoping to do more new releases as they come out and get them up pretty fast. So as new releases come out, we're looking to do some more of that. We just watched A Quiet Place 1. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the review. You can check it out right up here. Watch for the nail, guys. We both really enjoyed it. Looking forward to going into this one. I have not heard a whole lot about it other than from Jeremy saying that he just liked it. So what do you think going into this one?
I thought the first one was it was really well done. I enjoyed it a lot. I like the fact that there was pretty much no talking throughout the movie. We had to basically rely on their facial expressions. I'm hoping that this one is good. I always have a little hesitation when it comes to sequels. It'll be interesting to see how they carry on the story. It's her and her 3 kids, and they're basically solos, so it'll be interesting.
All right, let's go off to the movies. You coming? Just finished watching Quiet Place 2. We said in the first one in our reaction / review of the first A Quiet Place that we wanted to know more about the origin of the monsters. So they kind of did some of that. One of my big concerns with a movie that is a sequel to something that was a surprise hit, so where the sequel has kind of a bigger budget, is how they handle that, because one of the things that kind of made A Quiet Place good was that it was kind of in this smaller central location. It was a low budget. So having that bigger budget, one of my concerns is they try to go too big where it kind of loses the feel of the original. We got to see more of the monsters, which I really enjoyed. The set pieces were bigger. We got to see more of the initial chaos, more like havoc on the island. I'm so glad that they kept the kid actors from the first one, even though they both were noticeably older, because I think that they just did a fantastic job. It would have made sense for them to recast the kids because they were older, but I'm glad that they didn't care about that too much and kept them. What all did you think?
I thought it was a very decent sequel. I especially liked the Cillian Murphy. I'm not sure what his character's name was, but I thought he was really good. In the beginning of the film, he comes across as very hard, very cold, not really willing to help them. As time progresses, he really creates a attachment or a relationship with the daughter. So I really love the relationship that develops between them. There's a point in the movie where you actually think that he deserted her, like took her equipment or her only defense against the monsters, and then he actually did not. He was looking for a boat. So that was very relieving. I liked his character. I felt like the sequel did a really good job at tackling the issue of there's this horrible event that happened and how they keep their humanity. One angle that I liked was they introduced this group of like scavengers, I guess, that actually almost kidnapped Cillian Murphy's character and the daughter. And then it also shows the other side of really what people can turn into, which was the case with these scavengers. They were absolutely horrible. It was good to see 2 polarizing sides of that. I love the fact that at the end of the day, the 2 kids saved everybody. I mean, on the little island at least. They both ended up killing the monster, the alien, and really took control of the situation. Emily Blunt's character, I feel so bad for her because she's just been through hell and back. Also the son. So he was with this baby in this little in this little tank, I guess. They are on the last, of course there's an alien hanging out there, and him and the baby are on their like last bit of oxygen, and he's just like trying to decide, do I give it to the baby? Do I try and take it? And he was just going back and forth, trying to like hold out for the very last minute. That was probably one of my favorite parts because it was just, it was so nerve-wracking, you know? And everything ended up being okay. And I don't remember his name. Digimon, the guy that's on the island, like the head guy.
Oh, I don't know.
He made an appearance. I've seen him in other stuff. I did not know he was gonna be in this movie, as well as Mr. Murphy. I didn't know he was gonna be in this movie either. So I was very surprised to see both of them, but I ended up really liking their characters. I may like this one a little more than the first.
Wow.
There was a lot more to it than the first one. Kind of like what you said, the first one was really just focused on the family, and that's it. With this one, I loved that they included the origin, like how it happened. That's one of the very first scenes we see, like how did they get there? So I really, really liked that they added that in. I feel like it helped boost the story a little bit for me. I also got to see his character again, John Krasinski's character. He did not come back to life, unfortunately. It was good to see him in the storyline. So it was a really good film. Highly recommend it. I would probably rate it, I'm gonna go with an 8.5. I think I did the first one as an 8.5, but I do like this one slightly more. But I don't think it qualifies as a 9.
I totally forgot to mention Cillian Murphy. I think he's one of the most underrated actors ever. I don't know how much stuff he needs to be in that's exceptional for him to get the acting credit that is due to him. He's fantastic. I liked the multiple stories kind of going on. That can be really hard to pull off sometimes in movies. But the going back and forth between the kid and the baby and Emily Blunt and the girl and Cillian Murphy, I think complemented each other well because the drama was happening in both stories at the same time, which just added to more suspense. Like you said, I really liked the way that they had the kids be the one that kind of stepped up at the end, just like their late father in the previous movie. I feel like I overall enjoyed this one a little bit more than the first as well. I think I gave the last one an 8. But I don't feel like this one was quite to 8.5. So I'm gonna keep it at an 8. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Basically we're saying the exact same thing. It's better, but we're not changing our score.
It's better, but it's maybe because like A Quiet Place I felt was like, it's about an 8, where I feel like this is a more firm 8. It's the best way I can put it. Also, it was nice to get to the theater again, but we probably won't do a weekend night again. There were like babies in there,
kids,
like
please do not
kids.
bring your kids to this movie.
We're joking like we're getting too old because there's like teenagers causing a ruckus down there, and we're like, oh, I wish those kids would be quiet.